Charlie asked back, "If that's the case, why do you keep talking so bluntly? One will be your fiancé, another will be married, and another will be a stepmother or something." Sarah said angrily, "Do you know what it means to book in advance? For example, if you are a driver and I have booked you, you have to wait for me obediently and never pick up other orders. But then again, although I booked you, but I didn't necessarily have to take your car. Then you make me dissatisfied, and I can change to another car at any time." Charlie helplessly said, "It's all right, I won't tell you this, I can't tell you, don't you have an upset stomach? Come and I will see you, I will go home quickly after this, your sister-in-law is still waiting, let me go home to sleep." Sarah wrinkled her nose and asked, "If you were named Wade, you deliberately angered me, right?" "No." Charlie said, "I'm not here to stay all night, just will check your body and leave." Sarah touched her stomach, and hummed, "Look how nice I am to you. Even the opportunity to find you after so many years has come at the expense of my health. You say if there is nothing wrong with the stomach, how could it be possible to pick up this stomach-breaking advertisement from you? It is even more impossible to come to Orus Hill to see you. I really pay for you all the time." "Yes, yes." Charlie nodded and coaxed her, saying, "You have been so hard for so many years. If there is a chance in the future, I will definitely compensate you." Sarah asked, "Then how are you going to compensate?" Charlie said, "I will cure your stomach disease at one time. After I cure you, if there is a problem with your stomach, I will lose. Blow it, you just." Although Sarah didn't believe it, she still followed him and sat down on the sofa. Afterwards, she handed her right hand to Charlie. Charlie gently put his fingers on the veins of her wrist, seeming to be trumpeting, but in fact just took this opportunity to penetrate a trace of spiritual energy into her body for investigation. What medicine is used to cure diseases and save people is far inferior to aura. Because this is the essence of heaven and earth. With this hint of spiritual energy entering the body, Sarah immediately felt a different kind of warmth and comfort reaching the spleen and stomach. After a while, she felt that her faintly aching stomach had completely improved unconsciously. The spleen and stomach before always had a kind of pain, and bloating, acid reflux, and burning panic, so that her whole body cannot lift any appetite. But now all those discomforts seem to have disappeared in an instant. Feeling that all the discomfort in the body has disappeared, Sarah looked at Charlie dumbfounded, and couldn't help but ask. In traditional medicine, checking pulse is only a diagnosis, not a treatment. Why do you give me a pulse and I feel nothing is going on? Charlie said indifferently, there is an acupuncture point on a person's wrist, which is used to treat the spleen and stomach. You think I am telling the pulse, but I am actually doing acupressure for you. Sarah asked in surprise, really? Is it not so amazing? Charlie nodded and said, this is the same as rubbing your temples when you have a headache. It's just that my technique is more magical, so the effect will be even better. Sarah couldn't help sighing. Charlie, you are really amazing. I have seen so many doctors and taken so many kinds of medicines, and I haven't been well for more than a month. I didn't expect you to press my wrist and remove the discomfort all at once. Charlie said with an awkward expression, just now you called me a big pighead, now you admire me, you are too fickle. Sarah snorted in embarrassment, and said, if you are not married, I will definitely call Charlie's one by one, so I'm not willing to scold you. Charlie nodded, I know, it's all my fault. It's fine if you know it. Sarah curled her lips and said, my dad sent me a WeChat video just now and asked me how I'm doing here. I wanted to tell him about finding you, but I want to go. Want to surprise him. You said that you're coming to Eastcliff next week, you will not lie to me? Charlie said seriously, when I finished the meal, I already told my wife, how could I lie to you? You can go back first when I finish my work. The things on hand will be over and I will be free. Sarah asked expectantly, Charlie, do you really have a way to cure my father's disease? Charlie nodded, I have a lot of confidence. Sarah said excitedly, then I will be waiting for you in Eastcliff. Please heal my father. Charlie smiled slightly and said word by word, don't worry, I will do my best. After speaking, when it was late, Charlie stood up and said, it's too late, if there is nothing wrong, I will go back first. Sarah hurriedly asked, "Charlie, don't you want to sit here anymore? If I sit down, it's already late, so it will delay your rest." Sarah wanted to say something, but after thinking about it, she held back. After a while, she looked expectantly and asked, "Charlie, will you come to see me in these 2 days?" Charlie said, "I still have a lot of things to deal with in the next 2 days. Maybe I don't have time, but don't worry, I will definitely visit Eastcliff next week." Sarah nodded and said, "I will shoot an advertisement for your JXYZN in Orus Hill in the next 2 days. If you have time, come visit the venue." "Sure." After bidding farewell to Sarah, Charlie left Shangri-La and drove back to Thompson.